would you see as the reaction after a very newsy week last week? Staff changes. What do you see from the guys?
Yeah, I think it was. Of course, it's going to be a bummer for a lot for the team. You know, those guys have been here since day one when Coach Frost got here. You know, at first it was, you know, it's hard. Those guys see those guys see those coaches every day. I mean, we do too. But it's your position coach. You become very tight with them, and you know, when someone leaves the family, it's always tough. So I mean, that week was pretty tough. I know for the O-line, those guys were pretty upset. But you know, it's just a business. Unfortunately, it just comes with that job. And I wish those coaches the best of luck. I know my family just went through it. You know, it's a stressor, and it's a big stress on those guys. But you know, I think this week we did a really good job of putting that behind us really, and you know, focusing on what the task at hand is. And you know, I'm pretty excited how the guys came out today to practice. You know, the O-line was firing off the ball, and you know, it nothing bad has come out of it really. I mean, other than losing part of the family. So the reaction of those guys was pretty good.
You're an underclassman. Is it hard? Was it hard in the weeks before last week to wonder about Scott's status, and what did it mean to you to hear then that he's definitely coming back next year?
Yeah, it was a big sigh of relief for me personally. I know a lot of guys probably felt the same way. You know, it's hard because you try not to pay attention to a lot of that while you're in season. You try to focus on what's at hand with the games that we're playing. You know, but as the season went on and more talk was coming up about it, it was, like I said, a big relief to know what was going on and what's going to happen. And I mean, I'm so excited that he's coming back. I think Coach Frost is building something really special here. The culture is where we need it to be. You know, we just need, you know, those one point game or one score games are killing us, and you know, I think we're getting really close to figuring out how to do it.
How meaningful are these next two games? Even though a bowl's out and all this, how important are these next games?
They're huge. I think these next two games are culture games. You know, the games are for trophies, and I think our guys know that. And like I said, 2 weeks ago, it's another opportunity to go out there and show what we got. You know, you can't take any game for granted. Even if that's, you know, you don't even make it to a bowl game, you can't really even focus on that. It's one game at a time. And you know, Wisconsin's a good team. It's for defensively, you know, they're always tough up front, physical, but that's what we like. It's another good challenge for the D-line. But yeah, no, we're excited about these next two games. They're big games. You know, this could change a lot. You know, so yeah.
The last two teams you play are kind of known for what they do on the defensive side of the ball. Does that kind of excite you guys to that part of it? Because you guys think you have a pretty salty defense to sort of match. I know you're not going against them, but you know, that sort of showing what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I think we like to do that every game. Anytime we line up against a team like Iowa or Wisconsin, I know offensively they got big guys. Both teams do. And then defensively, they're a very good defense too. But anytime we get, you know, I said earlier, trophy games. These are big games for us. These are two rivalry games, and I think both offense and defense are really excited for this opportunity.
How much do you guys? You guys obviously are concerned about yourselves and trying to put out your best performance. But do you guys at all get any motivation from trying to ruin someone else's season?
Absolutely. I mean. You know, we especially, I mean, with Ohio State, like, that could have changed the whole college football playoff, like, the lineup. Unfortunately, it didn't come out the way we wanted it to. But we have another opportunity here with Wisconsin. They're you know, a lot of people are calling them an up-and-coming team. They started the year out kind of shaky, but now they're doing pretty well. You know, and they're ranked too, and same with Iowa. You know, these guys. They're always good teams. There's always a battle between these two teams with Nebraska and Iowa and Wisconsin. But yeah, no, there is definitely, you know, you definitely can be motivated to go out there and know that, you know, you have an opportunity to put them one more game behind and, you know, change up the rankings a little bit.
What does JoJo for these last two mean to the defense, and what do you see as sort of you've seen the younger guys behind them. How ready are they for it?
Yeah, I mean, losing JoJo's huge, but I think we have trust in the guys who are behind him. JoJo's one of those type of guys who comes to work every day. He brings guys along with him. His attitude about life is just it's always positive. He's a hard guy to replace on and off the field. So when he's gone, I mean, he's just going to be a presence that's just not here anymore. But he had to make that decision, and we're behind him with that decision to get his hand fixed. I'm proud to have shared the field with him, and it's tough. But the guys who are behind him, they're ready. It's their time now too. So,
Casey, it's easy with this defense to look at it and see a lot of older guys, a lot of sixth-year seniors, players who've been in the system 3-4 years. When you look at it and you see the young core of this defense, or guys who are a couple years in, what do you see? What gives you optimism about the defense moving ahead?
Personally, I think that the young guys are they're about ready. I think the huge thing about them was kind of similar to the situation I was in 2 years ago with Carlos and Khalil, and being able to learn from them. These young guys have a lot of really good football players to watch and learn from, and I think that's going to be huge in their development. They just got to be they've been being sponges the whole year. They're taking learning and stuff like that. They just have to know when it's their opportunity, they got to perform and they got to produce, which I'm 100% sure they will. But yeah, no, I mean, I haven't really looked at it in that way yet because we're still kind of we're still in the season. But I think I'm very positive about the next group of core young guys who are coming up and who will be gamers next year.
Anything else for Casey?